The starting lineup for the visiting Utah Jazz. At point guard, Mike Conley. At small forward, Joe Ingles. At the other forward position, Bojan Bogdanovic. At the other guard position, Donovan Mitchell. At center, Rudy Gobert. The head coach of the visiting team is Quinn Snyder. And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At shooting, standing 6'3", number 18, Dion Waiters. At the other guard position, standing 6'1", number 17, Dennis Schroeder. At center, standing 6'6", number 5, Montrezl Harrell. At power forward, standing 6'10", number 3, Anthony Davis. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 23, LeBron James. Your home team head coach is Frank Vogel. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Rudy Gobert is still awaiting his first All-Star appearance. His snub in 2019 raised eyebrows. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year averaged a career-high 15 points a game on a league-best 65% shooting from the field. And he missed a $1 million contract bonus due to that snub. Kevin, it's easy to see why he was emotional about it.
Yeah, DA, very understandable. Thank you. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. Then on Monday, they head out on the road to face the Suns in Phoenix. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovic, and it's Ingles in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Harrell in at the 5, roaming the paint. Doris, teams sometimes struggle right out of the blocks. When do they generally hit, in your opinion, the panic button?
Well, let's hope the panic button doesn't get hit for anybody, Kevin. But the one thing that would concern any team, obviously, is injury to a star, either an established star or a rookie they're trying to get good minutes for. But, boy, if you're hitting the panic button this early, look out.
But the one thing is, Doris, you can really kind of rectify the situation because of the length of the regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. An NBA year affords plenty of opportunities to find your footing.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now here's Conley. To the paint, here's Gobert, and easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, there's size, and there's length, and there's touch. Rudy Gobert doing work. Because of Rudy Gobert's thin frame, people were trying to take advantage of him early physically in his career. For the Jazz, they wanted him to get stronger, get in the weight room, and become more of a problem.
Here's Conley, following the basket by LeBron James. Here's Mitchell. Again, the Jazz score.
He does not require much space to get that jumper off. Donovan Mitchell working right now.
And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Schroeder. James has got his second bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Some changes for the Lakers. Marc Gasol is checked in for Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Dion Waiters. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Bogdanovich. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Clock at 2. Here's Niang. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Clarkson kicks to Moutier. Over Caldwell-Pope. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Lakers lead by 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game, even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball a particular way.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Marc Gasol. Morris is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, DA. Thank you. Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell-Pope. Floats one up, and Clarkson with the layup. Clarkson's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, very difficult to guard the floater. Jordan Clarkson, nicely done.
And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Clarkson bounce pass, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Caldwell-Pope for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists now in this one. Got a piece of it. 3-pointer. Here's Moutier. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those 3-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them then. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. Looking at the Lakers, Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning, the ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that. And I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
So on the floor for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in at the 5. Here's Conley, following the basket by LeBron James, and the basket is good. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Conley. LA has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Here's James. Here's Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Now, how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
Taking 2 shots.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
The Lakers making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Good on the shot. Kuzma's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you have to tip your cap to Kuzma. He absorbs contact well and knows how to adjust his shot.
And it's Mitchell missing. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. The three-pointer, no good. And here is Mitchell. Conley with a wide-open look. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Gasol and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
What defensive instincts. What timing by Marc Gasol. Nice block.
And that one's good. Schroeder. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a three. He might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building three. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
Mitchell gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
Boy, nothing you can do about that. Mitchell is just simply that good, converting over aggressive defense.
The drive by LeBron. And James throws it down.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Lakers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And the Lakers lead by 18.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Conley. Cans the shot from the wing.
Capable of scoring from anywhere. Gotta be cognizant of Conley when he's looking to shoot.
And a deep three from James. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.